Alrighty, folks, we are coming off yet another winning week of premium plays in my NFL package. We're now 11-3 with a push in my last 15 NFL tier package picks on my premium page. That's good for 79% in that particular category. And if you want to see which one of these free plays on this video here this week that I actually like the best, you may want to think about signing up for my NFL package. You'll get access to 3 premium selections of mine every single week for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, you're also going to get access to all of my cheaper memberships during that time frame, absolutely free. They're going to be included with your membership. And before we go ahead and move on, just want to take a quick time out and welcome you to my NFL Week 10 video here for the 2024 season. My name is Brock Page. I've been dishing out free sports picks on YouTube since 2016. Of course, if you want to access all of my premium selections, you may want to think about signing up for my full access, all-inclusive Gold Club package. Gold Club members get access to every single premium selection of mine, every single package, every single day for the next 30 days. And with that, folks, now it is time for some free content. We're going to start off with the Bengals at the Ravens, 8:15 Thursday night. Baltimore is minus 5.5, totals 52. The Ravens are 6-3 straight up, 5-4 against the point spread. Cincinnati 4-5 straight up, 5-4 against the number. And both offenses on both sides looking really good here. The Bengals are 7th in scoring, 4th in quarterback rating. And the Ravens are averaging over 31 points a game themselves, 1st in the league in total yards. Now, defensively, a little bit different story for both teams. Both defensive units struggling a bit. This Ravens secondary allows more passing yards a game than any other team. And since he's giving up over 25 points a game themselves, bottom 5 in the AFC in sacks. Now, total-wise, since he saw 6 out of their last 8 get over the posted number. Meanwhile, Baltimore saw all of their games this season get over the total except for one. I like the over 52. All right, next matchup, Giants-Panthers, 9:30 a.m. Eastern kickoff in Germany on Sunday. The Giants are minus 5.5, totals 41. And we saw a 1-point move toward the Giants in this one, open 4.5. Both teams are 2-7 straight up, 2-7 against the point spread. That said, though, the Panthers aren't completely helpless. They did beat a bad New Orleans team this past week, 23-22. And as bad as they've been, well, the O-line's done a pretty decent job protecting the quarterback. These guys are 6th in the league in fewest sacks allowed. And they're facing a Giants defense who's been pretty horrible against the run. These guys allow a league worst 5.2 yards per carry. And no real surprise here, folks. The G-men are in the bottom 5 in yards allowed per play from scrimmage. I'll tell you what, laying points in any spot with a team this bad is just not a great position to be in. Now, total-wise, 3 out of the Giants' last 5 outings did get over the total. Overs against the likes of the Commanders, Steelers, and Seahawks. Meanwhile, 6 out of the Panthers' last 7 got over the number themselves. Give me Carolina plus 5.5, over 41. All right, next game, Steelers-Commanders, 1 o'clock Sunday. Washington's minus 2.5, totals 46. Commanders are 7-2 straight up, 8-1 against the point spread, nearly perfect. Meanwhile, Pittsburgh 6-2 straight up, 6-2 against the number. Both teams very good against the point spread this year. Definitely cash cows with regards to wagering. Of course, both defenses, with their fair share of good stuff happening. Pittsburgh's allowing fewer points a game than any other team except for the Chargers, and they're currently 4th in rushing defense. Meanwhile, Washington on the other side, well, their defense is 2nd in fumbles, 5th in passing yards. 2 out of the Commanders' last 3 games did fall under the total. Meanwhile, Pittsburgh saw unders recently against the likes of the Cowboys, Chargers, and Broncos. Give me the under 46. Next game, Falcons, Saints, 1 o'clock Eastern kickoff. Atlanta's minus 2.5, totals 46 and a hook. We saw a 1-point fade of Atlanta in this one. They opened 3.5. The Falcons are 6-3 straight up, 5-4 against the point spread. New Orleans 2-7 straight up, 3-6 against the number. The Saints are on a 7-game skid. They're actually 30th in yards allowed per play. And they're facing an Atlanta offense who's 6th in the league in passing yards. Kirk Cousins completes nearly 70% of his throws, 2,300 yards on the year. 2,300 plus to be, more clear. Of course, the combination of London and Mooney, well, those guys have over 1,100 yards combined. Now, 4 out of the Falcons' last 6 contests did get over the total. Meanwhile, the Saints went 4-2 to the over in their last 6 themselves. Give me the Falcons minus 2.5, over 46 and a hook. All right, next matchup, Niners-Bucks, 1 o'clock East. San Francisco's minus 6, totals 48. San Francisco's 4-4 straight up, 4-4 against the point spread. Bucks are 4-5 straight up, 5-4 against the number. Tampa Bay is currently on a 3-game skid, and their defense has been awful during that time period. They allowed 34 points a game during that skid. They also have a bottom 3 passing defense. And they're facing a San Francisco squad who's 2nd in total yards, 2nd in yards per completion. And when it comes to running the football, these guys gain nearly $160 a game on the ground. Now, 4 out of the Niners' last 6 games did get over the total. Meanwhile, Tampa Bay saw their last 6 straight all get over the total themselves. Give me the 49ers minus 6, over 48. Next game, Patriots-Bears, 1 o'clock Eastern kickoff. Chicago is minus 6.5, and I must be passing it here. What are we doing? Am I missing it? Is it not on our big screen? Patriots? Oh, there it is. Jeez. Patriots-Bears, 1 o'clock Eastern kickoff. Chicago's minus 6.5, totals 39 and a hook. 0.5 point fade of the Bears. They opened at 7. Chicago 4-4 straight up, 5-3 against the point spread. Patriots 2-7 straight up, 3-6 against the number. New England's currently averaging just 15 points a game, and they are the worst passing team in football. They're averaging a league worst 153 yards a game through the air. And no real surprise here, folks. New England's dead last in total yards. And they're facing a Chicago defense who definitely makes it tough to throw against them. These guys have the 2nd lowest defensive quarterback rating in football. Chicago's also 6th in points allowed. Now, 5 out of the Bears' last 8 games did stay under the total. Meanwhile, the Pats saw unders recently against the likes of the Titans, Dolphins, and Bengals. Give me Chicago minus 6.5, under 39 and a hook. All right, next game, Vikings-Jaguars, 1 o'clock East. Minnesota's minus 3.5, totals 47 and a hook. 2-point fade of the Vikes. They opened 5.5. Minnesota 6-2 straight up, 6-2 against the point spread. Jacksonville 2-7 straight up, 5-4 against the number. This Jags defense has been, costly for this organization. They're allowing a league worst 6.2 yards per play from scrimmage. They also have the worst defensive quarterback rating in the NFL. And they're facing a Vikings team who's 5th in quarterback rating, 6th in scoring. Justin Jefferson's got 783 receiving yards and a handful of scores. Sam Darnold's also completing 70% of his throws. 3 out of the Vikes' last 5 ball games got over the total. Overs against the likes of the Rams, Lions, and Packers. Meanwhile, Jacksonville saw their last 5 straight get over the total themselves. Give me the Vikings minus 3.5, over 47 and a hook. All right, next matchup, Bills-Colts, 1 o'clock East. Buffalo's minus 4, totals 47. 0.5 point fade of the Bills in this one, open 4.5. Buffalo's 7-2 straight up, 5-4 against the point spread. Buffalo's currently on a 4-game heater, and they averaged 30 points a game during that stretch. Josh Allen, he's currently the least sacked quarterback in the NFL. He's also 6th in yards per completion. And he's facing a shaky Indy defense who's 29th in total yards allowed. When it comes to getting pressure, they're 26th in sacks. Now, total-wise, the Colts did see overs recently against the likes of Jacksonville and Pittsburgh. Meanwhile, 3 out of Buffalo's last 4 got over the total themselves. Give me the Bills -4 over 47. Next game, Broncos Chiefs, 1 o'clock East. Kansas City's -10, totals 42. Saw a half a point move toward the Chiefs in this one, open 9.5. KC 8-0 straight up, 5-3 against the point spread. Denver 5-4 straight up, 6-3 against the number. And I'll tell you what, this Bronco pass rush is, I think they've gone overlooked because these guys are 3rd in the league in sacks. And, you know, because of that pressure, they're also 3rd in yards allowed per completion. Benito and Cooper have 11.5 sacks between the both of them. Brandon Jones leads the D in tackles. They're facing a Chiefs offense who really doesn't run it all that great. They're 29th in yards per rush. When it comes to throwing the football, Patrick Mahomes has definitely dished out his fair share of picks. He's thrown 9 interceptions already compared to just 11 touchdowns. Now, 4 out of KC's last 6 games did fall under the total. Meanwhile, Denver saw unders against the likes of the Jets, Buccaneers, and Steelers. Give me Denver +10, under 42. All right, next matchup. It is going to be Titans-Chargers, 4:05 East. The Chargers are -7, totals 38. Saw a half a point fade of Los Angeles, open 7.5. Chargers are 5-3 straight up, 5-3 against the point spread. Tennessee 2-6 straight up, 1-7 against the number. And this Titans offense throws more interceptions than any other team. They're currently dead last in quarterback rating. They're facing a tough Charger D who has the lowest defensive quarterback rating in football. And no real surprise here, they're actually allowing a league low 12 points a game. Now, total-wise, the Chargers saw all of their contests this year stay under the number except for one. Meanwhile, Tennessee saw unders against the likes of New England, Indy, and the Jets. Give me the Chargers -7, under 38. Next contest, Jets, Cardinals, 4:25 East. The Jets are -1, totals 46. We saw a flip of the line in this one. Jets were catching one, now laying one. New York's 3-6 straight up, 3-6 against the point spread. Arizona 5-4 straight up, 6-3 against the number. And even though Arizona's defense has been shaky at times, well, they've done a nice job over the past 3 weeks. They're giving up only 17 points a game in their last 3 outings. They're not a heavily penalized bunch, pretty disciplined. And, they really step up late in games. Arizona's 8th in the league in fourth quarter points allowed. Meanwhile, the Jets on the other side, they're 24th in fourth quarter scoring themselves. Dead last in penalty yards on offense. Really just drive killers there. And I'll tell you what, if you think New York's going to run the football, well, these guys are rushing it for just 87 yards a game on the ground. Now, 5 out of the Jets' last 8 games did stay under the total. Meanwhile, Arizona saw unders against the likes of the Bears, Chargers, and Packers. Give me Arizona +1, under 46. Next contest, Eagles at the Cowboys, 4:25 East. Philadelphia's -7, totals 41.5. We saw a 1-point move toward the Birds. They're 6-2 straight up, 4-4 against the point spread. Dallas 3-5 straight up, 2-6 against the number. Looks like the Cowboys are going to work with Cooper Rush at quarterback. Very well could be an upgrade, but at the end of the day, it's actually not quarterbacking that I'm concerned about. This Dallas defense has been SAWFT, soft. They've allowed 35 points a game on average in the past 3 weeks, and I'll tell you, they're allowing more points a game than any other defense except for one. Tell you what, their secondary, they're allowing more yards per pass attempt than any organization as well. They're facing an Eagles team who's 7th in yards per pass attempt, 2nd in rushing. Saquon Barkley's got 925 yards on the ground, 6 scores with his legs. And in case you haven't noticed, the Birds have actually won their last 4 straight. Now, injury-wise, Smith, Slay, Goddard, Becton, and Carter are banged up. Keep an eye on them. Now, total-wise, the Eagles saw 3 out of their last 5 get over the total. Meanwhile, Dallas went 5-3 to the over in their last 8. Give me the Eagles -7 over 41.5. All right, next contest, Lions-Texans, 8:20 Sunday night. Detroit's -3, totals 50. Lions are 7-1 straight up, 7-1 against the point spread. Houston 6-3 straight up, 4-5 against the number. And unfortunately, I cannot give you a freebie on that very important game. And with that, folks, we're going to dive into our next and final breakdown for the video. Going to be in that Dolphins-Rams game, 8:15 Monday night. The Rams are the 3-point favorite, totals 51. So a half a point move toward the Rams in this one. LA's 4-4 straight up, 3-5 against the number. Miami 2-6 straight up, 2-6 against the point spread. And both offenses with their fair share of issues. Miami's 24th in yards per play from scrimmage. Meanwhile, the Rams are second to last in the league in yards per rush. Now, 3 out of the Rams' last 4 ball games fell under the total. Meanwhile, Miami's 5-3 to the under for the entire season. Give me the under 51. And with that, folks, now it's time for our quick pick recap. I like the over 52 in the Bengals-Ravens game. Carolina +5.5 over 41. Give me the under 46 in the Steelers-Commanders game. Atlanta Falcons -2.5 over 46 and a hook. Niners -6 over 48. Bears -6.5 under 39 and a hook. Minnesota -3.5 over 47.5 points. Buffalo -4 over 47. Denver +10 under 42. Chargers -7 under 38. Cardinals +1 under 46. Eagles -7 over 41.5. I have no free pick available for you in the Lions-Texans game. And give me the under 51 in the Dolphins-Rams game. With that, folks, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on my premium page. And I'll tell you what, if you guys end up getting a membership here today on my premium site, just a friendly reminder, you're going to get access to that membership every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, you're also going to get access to all of my cheaper memberships during that time frame, absolutely free. It's going to be included with your membership. That's why I always tell folks that Gold Club package is a full access, all-inclusive membership. But most importantly, folks, gotta thank you for joining me right here on the free video. Really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. With that said, folks, happy week 10 to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my premium site.